pretty much as long as there has been an Australian Falcon, there's been a high-performance version thereof. And this car, the XR8, is the last, because after this model, Ford Australia's turning off the lights at its assembly line for the last time. But this XR8's not here as some kind of lest we forget deal, because as well as 5 decades of performance heritage, this car also has 5 litres of supercharged V8. So yeah, it's the lastest, but it's also the fastest.
Look, it's a great engine. There's been so much work and development gone into the engine, but unfortunately these days a great engine no longer makes a great car. The car in general just feels old and it feels tired, and you can literally see that the end is near for it. So much effort's gone into what's under there, but I think more time needs to be put into the ergonomics, seating position, and just the overall suspension and feel of the car.
The people who go and buy a Ford Falcon XR8 are probably not going to be hugely disappointed at what they've got, but if they're buying it on the presumption that they've got in any way a contemporary performance car, then I'm afraid they're going to be disappointed. It's fun in its own sort of way, but it's just badly off the pace of any other car here. Great engine, goes sideways really well, but there's very little feel through the steering, it doesn't ride properly, and unfortunately it just feels a bit off the pace.
We're getting into the twilight years with the Ford Falcon XR8. They look, it'd be easy to have a bit of a slap at it, but they've done the best with what they've got. That engine, it's a fantastic engine. You'll be looking for that car in 20 years just for that motor. Has the chassis kept up? Not necessarily. Around the track though, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't the worst car. There was only maybe 1.2, 1.3 seconds between it and the much more fancied Commodore. It's sad to see the Falcon go. This will be one of the last times that Motor has it out on a big test, so, but it's a good farewell with that massive motor under the bonnet.
I admit that it's not an amazing car. It's not the best performance car here by a long shot. That's not the XR8's fault. It's just Ford gave up developing the car, you know, sort of a long time ago, and it feels it. Particularly on the track, the front of the car, it feels a bit strange, like it gives you weird feedback. It's hard to tell where the car is going in the corner kind of thing. It's mostly a 4-door hot rod. It's got an amazing engine with lots of grunt and it sounds good, and it has a peculiar talent for drifting, for going sideways. If you want a 4-door Australian drift car, then the XR8 might be for you. It goes sideways so easily, and from that perspective, it's good fun.